Good morning, everybody. I hope that you and your families are all keeping well. This morning, I wanted to read you a story and then we'll have a discussion about why I chose that story afterwards. Think about the learner attribute that Mr. Darren introduced you to last week. It's being principled. See if you can work out how that fits into the story I'm going to read you this morning, which is called Superbat. It was the middle of the day, and Pat the Bat could not sleep. He was bored of hanging around like a normal bat. He wanted to be special, like the superheroes in his favourite comics. And then it hit him. Pow! Pat had a great idea and set to work. It was not easy using Mum's sewing machine, and his wings kept getting in the way. But after a couple of hours, his outfit was ready. Pat became Superbat. There he is. Doesn't he look smart? When the other bats woke up, they were all surprised. "I'm Superbat," yelled Pat. "Wow," said his friend Eric. "So, what are your superpowers?" "I have super hearing," boasted Pat. "So do we," his friends screeched. "Good point," muttered Pat. All the other bats gathered round to see Superbat. "Can you lift a car with your mighty muscles?" asked Eric. "Or shoot laser beams from your eyes?" added Frida. Well, no," said Pat, his voice wobbling a bit. "But I can fly." He leapt into the air. "We can all fly," the other bats chuckled. "What else can you do?" I have echolocation, which means I can find my way in the dark." "Ha ha ha," the bats all laughed. "That's nothing special. We can all do that too." Pat trudged off home. His wings drooped. His ears flopped. He did not feel special anymore. "I'm just a normal bat in a silly outfit," he sighed, trying not to cry. There he is, looking very sad, very dejected. Poor Pat. Just as Pat was about to rip off his suit and cape and throw them away, his supersonic hearing picked up a faint cry. "Help!" On the other side of town, a big bad cat had trapped a family of mice. Pat's wings spread out, his ears perked up. He bravely flew across the city as fast as his little wings could carry him. Here he is, flying across the city. Pat swooped in like a blur of fur. The big bad cat took a swat, but he missed Superbat. Pat dived back down again and flapped his wings really fast. Wham! And scared the mean Moggy away. The mice were free. "You saved us," they cried. "Thank you." "But who are you, O masked crusader?" Pat smiled modestly. "Me? I'm no one special." "Oh, yes, you are," cried his bat friends, who had followed Pat across town and seen his heroics. "And you do have a superpower, courage. You truly are a Superbat." And as Pat flew back to the Batcave for a good day's sleep, with his friends behind him all the way, he really did feel rather special. Now, I chose that story because I think it helps to illustrate what we can do when we are principled. As you can see on the screen, being principled means you can be honest, you can be fair, you can do the right thing. You don't have to have a cape to be a superhero. Choosing to do the right thing every time will make you a superhero, because it's a tricky thing to do. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's far easier to do the wrong thing. But if you keep choosing the right thing to do, you will be a superhero. Can you think of some examples of principled behavior, doing the right thing in school? Take a couple of minutes and see if you can think of some examples, what those might look like. They can be really, really small, simple things, like putting your rubbish into the bin when you've finished with it. Or it can be a really, really big thing, a big important thing, like standing up for a friend who's having a tough time. Maybe other people aren't being kind. And the easy thing for you to do would be to laugh along with other people. The harder thing to do, but the right thing to do, is to stand up and say, no, don't be mean. Let's be kind. Being principled, making the right choices, might just be keeping on doing your best while we're working online. Again, it's easy to do the right thing when you're in the classroom and everybody's there working and your teacher's there seeing what you're doing. It's harder to do the right thing. It's harder to give 100% effort when you're online at home, but you know it's the right thing to do. Being principled might also include things like not using words that you know are not the right words to use. Sometimes if I've had to speak to somebody about using really unpleasant language, I often say to them, would you say that to your grandmother? Or would you say that to your mum? And if you say, no, I wouldn't say that to my grandmother, that's not the right choice. You haven't made a principled choice. Make the principled choice. Don't use the nasty words. And another really important thing about being principled is being honest, being fair, doing the right thing, but also owning up if you haven't done the right thing. We can always sort something out if you are honest. Okay? So, as you're going about your work this week, I would like you to think about being principled and about the choices you make, and make sure they are the right choices. Bye-bye, boys and girls, and I'm looking forward to seeing you face to face again before very much longer. Stay safe, stay healthy, look after yourselves. Bye.